Shalom, shalom. This your brother Rayab Rakah from the Cleveland branch here at GMS. Coming back at you through the power and spirit of the Most High and His Son, who this present evil, wicked world ignorantly calls God and Jesus Christ. But in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew, we would know the Father as Yahweh, which means He is or He exists, and we know the Son as Yahweh Shai, which means He's the Savior or He's the deliverer for the elect of the nation of Israel. Now, the nation of Israel consists of you so-called Negroes, you so-called Latinos, and you so-called Native and Seminole Indian on your father's side. Because according to the scriptures, you are who you are and what you are through your patrilineal lineage, which is the man, because the man carries the seed and plants the seed in the woman. But before I get into this quick lesson, I like to give all praises, all honor, and all infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule and teach well. Peace, love, blessings, and salutations to the Lord's elect. Today, I'm going to go in on Yahweh Shai was there from the beginning, man. Because we all went through that stage of Christianity. I don't care if it was 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, a whole lifetime, man. And you never knew that Yahweh Shai was there in the beginning, man. We all thought that Yahweh Shai popped up in the book of Matthew, even though it's numerous scriptures talking about Yahweh Shai from Genesis all through the Old Testament, man. But he was there in the beginning because the only thing that Yahweh, the Most High, created was His Son, and His Son created everything else, man. But we gonna get into it. But I'm gonna start off in the book of Genesis, chapter 1 and verse 1. It says, in the beginning of what? In the beginning of creation, God created the heavens and the earth. Now, don't take that for face value because it says God created the heavens and the earth, because God is a English word. But the scriptures was written in what? The Old Testament came from the Hebrew. So you have to look up that word God in Hebrew. So this is the Blue Letter Bible. Let's click on that word God and see what it comes up with. In the beginning, H430. It says that because it's a Hebrew word. H for Hebrew, and then the numbers, each word has a number behind it so that you could look it up. Okay. It says Elohim, but in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew, it'll be Elohim because you put yam on the back of a Hebrew word and it makes it plural. So Allah just means power or God. Elohim means powers or gods or rulers or judges. Let's click on it to see. See, it says plural, gods. Then it goes down, it says angels. Let's click on biblical use. Plural, rulers, judges, divine ones, angels, gods. So let's go back to it and read it again. It says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. So to prove it's talking about plural more than one, it's like brother. Hey, I'm doing a quick lesson, but I'm about to be on my way there. I'm picking up Avery, and I'm going to be on my way there.
I'm not about to be at home for real, but I was trying to make sure I could handle that today.
Okay, so how you want me to do it?
I just need to I need to run across you so I can get the money from you. And if I need anything extra from the alms, I was gonna get it from you and then try to go pay it.
Okay, so let me know how much.
I can try to do some math right now real quick.
Avery Lewis Carson.
Avery Lewis Carson.
Yep.
What grade?
3rd.
Okay.
Yeah, Salakia. That was one of the Akim. You know, it's the beginning of the month, man. We got to come up with this bill money, so Salakia. But to prove that it was plural and not just talking about the Most High, we go jump to verse 26. Verse 26 reads, "And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness." So if it's just one God, why is it saying us and our? Because of that Hebrew word, Elohim, which means angels, divine ones, and makes it plural. Now let's jump to the book of Colossians. Oh, it's a lot here. Let's jump to the book of Colossians. Let me see. Colossians chapter 1. And I think it's around, 12 or 14 maybe? Okay, yeah, I'm going to breeze through it. This is Colossians chapter 1, verse 12. It says, "Giving thanks unto the Father, which hath made us meet to be partakers of the inheritance of the saints in light, who hath delivered us from the power of darkness, and have translated us into the kingdom of his dear Son." So the subject matter is what? The Son. Now we're talking about the Son, in whom we have redemption through his blood. Talking about Yahweh Shai, who the world illy calls Jesus Christ. Even the forgiveness of sins, who is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of every creature. Who is the firstborn of every creature? Yahweh Shai. When you go into that word creature, it's talking about creation. So the first thing that the Most High created was what? His Son. Let's read it again. Verse Colossians 1 and 15. Who is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of every creature. Verse 16 solidifies the point. For by him, the subject matter is still what? Yahweh Shai. For by him were all things created that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things were created by him and for him. And he is before all things, and by him all things consist. So everything that's visible and invisible in heaven and in earth was made by the Son, because the Father only created the Son, and that's it. That's why he gets an inheritance of everything, because he made everything. Simple as that. Now to drive the point home, because the point is made, but it's the driving home. Let's go to, I think that's John. Yeah, John 1 and 1. It's the book of John, chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning of what? The creation, was the Word. We all know that Yahweh Shai is the Word. And the Word was with God. And the Word was God. But it wouldn't say was God. It should be more like was a God, was a power. The same was in the beginning with God. Yahweh Shai been there from the beginning, man. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. Simple as that, man. I'm going to read that one more time. This John chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. Simple as that, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, the water, man. Yahweh Shai was there in the beginning, man. Yahweh Shai is the one that created everything you see, visible and invisible. So all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, in the name, Baha, Shem, of the Son, Yahweh Shai. Call Halim Allah, Yahweh Bashem Shai. And with that, I'm going to say Shalom and Awath Lababal.